14% of the American workforce wants to punch someone. Who here wanted to punch someone today? To me, that sounds low. I'm thinking, what are the other 86% doing, you know? They're just like wanting that guy to punch someone, is what I think. So I want to talk about, I've had a lot of jobs, and the one I want to talk about is, I had a job, and one day it was a corporate setting, kind of straight, and my boss came up and he said, Marge, I want to give you some feedback. That's never good, is it? It's never like, I just can't wait to see you in the morning. No, that's never what it is. He said, I want to give you some feedback. And I was like, do I look like I want feedback? I don't even own a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like, denial is my primary coping mechanism. Like, well, what he said, well, you need this. I want you to succeed. You don't really fit. I want to give you feedback to help you be a better fit. Now, bear in mind, this guy was, if any of you know, like different personality types, you guys familiar with DISC or Myers-Briggs? This guy was a big D. That doesn't mean what you think it means. That means dominant, direct. These are people who are very task-oriented, get it done. Bottom line, spoke entirely in sports metaphors. Do you know the kind? We gotta hit this one out of the park. I don't follow sports. I would answer with literary allusions. Okay, Bill, I'm on it like Troilus is on Cressida. It didn't work. And I was a little bit lost because I only really had one strategy in life at that time. I only had one way to bond with people, and that was to be like really, really silly and inappropriate sharing. And it doesn't work with that kind of guy. But I didn't know yet about different types. I had more like, so the more he was mean to me, the more I would be like in his space. Did you say idle? And he would like be uncomfortable and scream and run away. So it wasn't working. So he told me, he goes, I gotta give you some coaching. He goes, listen, there's a perception that you're a little unorganized, a little scatterbrained. He said, set up a meeting with me, and we'll come up with a strategy to change that perception. So I said, okay, set up the meeting, but then like the day came and I kind of spaced it. And he came down and he goes, did you forget? I'm like, oh no, I need a sports metaphor. I said, gosh, Bill, I'm embarrassed. First play of the game, I fumbled. He goes, oh, you mean a mulligan? Maybe. I don't know what that is, but. So he gave up on coaching me and decided to sort of outsource the job. He sent me to an image consultant. And I found out like everything about me was wrong. Everything about me. Like, my hair, they say curly hair is frivolous. You're supposed to have straight hair and, don't wear big earrings, you look slutty, I think they say unprofessional, but, what a man. And I'm thinking like nowadays, it's illegal to discriminate on the basis of race, color, creed, religion, sexual orientation. So they get around that by saying fit. We need somebody who fits. And I'm thinking, like, I'm a middle-class white lady, and I'm wrong. How hard is it for people who come from cultures where people talk really loud or have elaborate nail art? You know what I'm saying? Like how hard is it? We can find these norms. And so the worst of it was they didn't like my gestures. They told me, keep your gestures in the gesture box. Like shoulder to hip side. Like if you do this, you look out of control. Like, do you think anyone ethnic working here? Really? Because that's what but I needed the job, so I was like, okay, I'll do this. So it was my hand to give a presentation. I was like, our new product launch is going to be huge. Sky's the limit. software developers. So the way it broke down, the call center was all black women and the software developers were all white men because America had not yet discovered India. And corporate made the decision to spin off the call center. So in essence, they fired all the black people. So I went into my boss and I said, Bill, can I give you some feedback? You just fired all the black people. And he was like, Marge, I'm colorblind. Like, well, let me see my dog. All I hear is, why? Who's going to do the wobble at the Christmas party? Like, did you think about that? That's wrong. So, you know, he said, well, I've got to, hire people who fit. I've got to hire people I'm comfortable with. I'm like, Bill, your comfort zone would fit inside the gesture box. But I didn't want to call him a racist because people don't like to be called a racist, and he was my boss. So I said, I understand, I do. It's hard to find women and minorities who look and act just like white men. So the next week I got laid off. Because, first the blacks, then the Jews. It's a story that's all But the good news is I got another job where I fit. And I'm just going to tell you what happened my first day of my new job, where Mark also worked. I promised my boss I wouldn't say the name of the company. But my first day there, the vice president of HR invited me to have lunch with him and a bunch of people. And they were like, tell me about the time our general counsel accidentally stabbed himself in the hand with a syringe full of dirty urine. And I said, this is going to be fun. Thank you.